Mass incarceration is clearly an issue in America, disproportionately affecting communities of color. Private prisons are overwhelmingly viewed as a bad idea. But let's rethink this a little bit. So here's a concept that I was thinking of, because I like the free market in a lot of ways. I think that's how we get a lot of wonderful things. So right now, private prisons are paid based on occupancy. For every inmate that comes into their prison, they get money from the government for filling up those jail cells. Well, that sounds like a terrible idea. Now you're incentivizing the investors in private prisons to fill prison cells. Where could that go wrong? Instead, what is really the goal of the criminal justice system? Shouldn't it be to rehabilitate, to get people to be contributing members of society, paying taxes? If you're fiscally conservative, it makes sense to get people out of prisons and go out and contribute in the world. So what about if private prisons, instead of incentivizing you to fill up the cells, what if they incentivized you to empty the cells? What I mean by that is the recidivism rate, which is people released from prison, how often do they get back into the criminal justice system, back to prison? And it's high. In a lot of areas, it's about 80%. So if you serve time in prison, it's about 80%, 4 out of 5 of them come back into the prison system. And there's a bunch of reasons why that is, but it becomes a cycle. But why don't we just incentivize that? Let's just say, hypothetically, you get X amount of dollars if your prison has an 80% recidivism rate. But if you get that down to 60%, you get 1.5x. If you get that down to 40%, you get 2x. You get that down to 20%, you get 3x. So now you have brilliant minds who want to make money, and they are focused on the problem of a good prison that gets people rehabilitated. You give them counseling, you give them job training, you give them all of the tools that they need to get out of, causing crime and mayhem and doing bad things in society. You are incentivized to do good. And the more that we can incentivize doing good, then it works all around. We get bright minds who want to make money on the problems, and we solve the problems that are disproportionately affecting those at the bottom, including communities of color. So this will upset the people who invest in private prisons as they stand. This is going to upset prison guard unions and stuff like that. But typewriter salesmen were upset with the personal computer, okay? So we need to move forward. Uber is crushing taxi cabs, but Uber is better. So if we approach the problems that are disproportionately affecting the Black community with some real intelligence and innovation, this is our chance to make some moves and make some positive change. It's on you.